Remember when tractors were built like tanks and a handshake still meant something? Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane to revisit 10 legendary Ford tractors that helped build America. These iron horses plowed our fields, cleared our land, and powered our nation's growth. From the revolutionary Ferguson System to the mighty Commander 6000, these machines earned their stripes through decades of hard work. Number 10, Ford 8N. The Ford 8N stands as the most popular tractor ever sold in North America, with over 500,000 units rolling off the Highland Park assembly line. This red belly beauty revolutionized farming with its 4-speed transmission and position control hydraulics, a direct challenge to Harry Ferguson's patents after their famous handshake deal went sour. Powered by a reliable 27-horsepower 4-cylinder engine, the 8N can handle everything from plowing to mowing with remarkable efficiency. The addition of an 8-lug rear-wheel design and improved brakes made it safer and more capable than its predecessors. Farmers loved the reasonable $1,404 price tag in 1952, making mechanization accessible to small family farms across America. What really set the 8N apart was its timing. Released just after World War II, it arrived when optimism ran high, and returning veterans were eager to modernize their operations. The tractor's simple design meant farmers could maintain it themselves with basic tools, a philosophy that kept many 8Ns working well into the 21st century. Today, you'll find more 8Ns at tractor shows and working farms than any other vintage model. Parts remain readily available, and the online community of 8N enthusiasts rivals any modern form. These tractors didn't just change farming, they created a culture of self-reliance and mechanical ingenuity that defined rural America for generations. Number 9, Ford 9N. The Ford 9N marked Henry Ford's triumphant return to the tractor business after an 11-year hiatus. Born from that legendary handshake agreement between Ford and Harry Ferguson, in 1938, this tractor introduced the revolutionary 3-point hitch system that would become the industry standard for the next 80 years and counting. Priced at just $585 in 1939, about a quarter less than competing models, the 9N made tractor ownership possible for countless small farmers. Ford achieved this by cleverly adapting parts from their automotive line, using half of their Mercury V8 platform to create the tractor's 4-cylinder engine. Even the starter came from small Ford V8s, while rear axle components were borrowed from heavy trucks. The Ferguson system transformed farming overnight. Implements could be attached and removed in minutes rather than hours, and the hydraulic draft control automatically adjusted working depth based on soil conditions. For the first time, a tractor was safe and simple enough that women and even children could operate it effectively. Nearly 100,000 units were produced in just 3 years, despite early production hiccups that required about 700 tractors to sport rare cast aluminum hoods when steel stamping dies weren't ready. These aluminum hood models are now the holy grail for collectors, often displayed with polished rather than painted hoods to showcase their rarity. The 9N's impact extended far beyond sales figures. It democratized farming technology, proved that mass production could make quality affordable, and established design principles that competitors would follow for decades. Every modern tractor with a 3-point hitch owes a debt to this groundbreaking machine. Before we crank up the next tractor, do me a solid, hit like and subscribe. Over 98% of you are watching without subscribing. Kind of like borrowing a neighbor's tractor and never filling the tank. Don't be that guy. Number 8, Ford 2N. The 2N emerged during America's darkest hour, adapting to wartime restrictions while keeping food production rolling on the home front. By simply renaming the tractor, Ford cleverly circumvented wartime price controls that would have frozen the 9N's price, allowing them to charge $1,120 for what was essentially an updated version of their existing model. Early 2Ns reflected the harsh realities of war. Rubber tires gave way to steel wheels, batteries disappeared in favor of magneto ignitions, and farmers had to hand crank their tractors like Model T days. The choke was relocated near the grill so operators could adjust it while cranking a small but crucial modification that showed Ford's attention to practical details. As the war progressed and officials recognized that food production was vital to victory, restrictions eased. The 2N regained its electrical system and rubber tires, though chrome pieces remained painted and the cast iron components were simplified. Notable improvements included a pressurized radiator with better cooling capacity and stronger front steering components with a keyed spindle design. Despite its make-do origins, the 2N proved remarkably durable. Many featured the new oval tube radius rods introduced in 1944, lighter but just as strong as the previous I-beam design. This innovation would continue in Ford tractors for the next 2 decades. The sealed beam headlights that replaced the older CM Hall units became another lasting standard. Today, wartime 2Ns with steel wheels and magneto ignitions are prized collectibles, representing American ingenuity and sacrifice. These tractors symbolize how farmers kept America fed while their sons fought overseas, making do with less while producing more. Number 7, Ford NA, a Golden Jubilee. The Golden Jubilee arrived in 1953 as Ford's 50th anniversary celebration and their declaration of independence from the Ferguson patents. This completely redesigned tractor was larger, more powerful, and technologically superior to the N series it replaced, featuring the first overhead valve engine in a Ford tractor, the mighty Red Tiger engine. At 134 cubic inches and 33 horsepower, the Red Tiger engine represented a significant power increase over the old flathead design. The NAA also introduced live hydraulics, meaning the system operated independently of the clutch, and PTO farmers could raise implements without stopping the tractor. This seemingly simple improvement transformed daily operations and set new industry standards. The Golden Jubilee name and special nose badge appeared only on 1953 models, making these particularly collectible today. Ford produced nearly 129,000 NAA tractors in just 2 years, proving that farmers were ready for modernization. The tractor's styling departed from the N series, featuring more angular lines and a purposeful business-like appearance that would influence Ford designs through the 1960s. Performance improvements matched the visual updates. The hydraulic pump was engine-driven rather than PTO-driven, differential gearing was strengthened, and the entire drivetrain was beefed up to handle the increased power. Optional equipment expanded too, with power steering becoming available for the first time on a Ford tractor. The NAA bridged the gap between Ford's simple, affordable N series and the more sophisticated numbered series that followed. It proved Ford could innovate without Ferguson, establishing design and engineering principles that would carry the company forward for decades while maintaining the reliability farmers had come to expect. Number 6. Ford 600 Series. The 600 Series marked Ford's entry into the modern era of specialized tractors, offering farmers real choice in configuration and capability. Available in multiple variants, including the 640, 650, and 660 all-purpose models, plus the 620 and 630 special utility versions, these tractors let farmers match their equipment to their specific needs rather than settling for one-size-fits-all. Built on the proven NAA platform, but with significant refinements, the 600 Series delivered about 30 horsepower from its gasoline engine, perfect for the small to medium farms that still dominated American agriculture. The hydraulic system was improved to 2,500 pounds per square inch with a 5-gallon per minute flow rate, making loader work and heavy lifting much more practical. What really set the 600 apart was its versatility. Row crop versions featured adjustable wheel spacing and higher clearance, while utility models sat lower for stability during loader work. The transmission options expanded too, with some models offering the Select O speed transmission alongside traditional gearboxes. This gave operators more flexibility in matching ground speed to working conditions. The 600's timing was perfect, arriving just as American farming was transitioning from subsistence to commercial operations. These tractors were sophisticated enough to handle modern implements, but simple enough for farmer maintenance. The sealed wheel bearings that required no service for the tractor's lifetime showed Ford's commitment to reducing downtime. Today, the 600 Series represents the sweet spot of classic tractor collecting. They're powerful enough for real work, parts remain available, and their straightforward design makes restoration approachable. Many still earn their keep on small farms, proving that good engineering never goes out of style. Number 5. Ford 800 Series. The 800 Series stood as Ford's premium offering in the mid-1950s, delivering approximately 40 horsepower from its larger 172 cubic inch engine. Models like the 850 and 860 gave farmers the muscle needed for heavy tillage and demanding applications, while the stripped-down 820 provided pure pulling power without the frills. Distinguished by their beefier construction and enhanced capabilities, 800 Series tractors weighed in at 3,400 pounds operating weight. Substantial machines that meant business. The increased displacement wasn't just about raw power, it provided the torque reserves needed for tough conditions when lesser tractors would bog down. The real innovation came in the PTO options. While the 850 featured a transmission-driven PTO, the 860 boasted a live PTO that operated independently of the clutch. This meant operators could stop forward motion while keeping implements like mowers or balers running, a game-changer for productivity. The 820, meanwhile, eliminated the three-point hitch entirely, focusing purely on drawbar work. These tractors arrived as farming was scaling up. The post-war boom meant bigger fields, heavier implements, and the need for more power. The 800 Series delivered without the complexity and cost of six-cylinder models. Ford's 2,200 revolutions per minute rated speed pushed the limits of what four-cylinder engines could deliver reliably. Original 800 Series tractors command premium prices today, especially live PTO 860 models. They represent the pinnacle of Ford's four-cylinder development before the company moved to the three-cylinder designs of the 1960s. For collectors who want capability with classic styling, the 800 Series delivers both in spades. Number 4. Ford 2000. The Ford 2000 story actually encompasses two distinct tractors that revolutionized compact farming. The first generation, 1962 to 1965, continued Ford's traditional four-cylinder design, while the second generation, 1965 to 1975, introduced the groundbreaking three-cylinder diesel engine that would become Ford's calling card for decades. This radical three-cylinder design offered better fuel economy, smoother operation, and surprising power from a compact package. With around 36 horsepower, it hit the sweet spot for utility work, loader applications, and the growing lifestyle farmer segment that was beginning to reshape rural America. The transition between generations showcased Ford's willingness to completely reimagine what a small tractor could be. The 2000s' real achievement was making diesel power accessible and practical for smaller operations. Previous diesel tractors were typically large, expensive machines. Ford's three-cylinder design changed that equation, offering diesel efficiency and longevity in an affordable package that could handle a full day's work without breaking the bank. Build quality took a significant leap forward, too. The Basildon, England factory that produced many 2000s became renowned for precision manufacturing. These tractors featured better seals, tighter tolerances, and improved metallurgy that extended service intervals and overall longevity. Many operators report 2000s with over 10,000 hours still running strong. The model's 13-year production run, remarkable in an industry that typically updated every few years, testified to its fundamental rightness. Ford got the formula correct, especially with the three-cylinder version, and farmers rewarded them with consistent sales. Today's compact tractor market owes much to the 2000s proof that smaller could indeed be better. Number 3. Ford 3000. The Ford 3000 emerged as the Goldilocks of the 1000 series, not too big, not too small, but just right for thousands of American farms. With power output in the mid-40s, horsepower range, and choice of gasoline or diesel three-cylinder engines, it delivered the perfect balance of capability and economy that defined smart farming in the 1960s and 70s. Built on the same platform as the 2000, but with increased displacement, 158 cubic inches for gas, 175 for diesel, the 3000 provided noticeably more grunt for heavy tillage and PTO work. The diesel version particularly shone, offering miserly fuel consumption that could save hundreds of dollars annually compared to older gas tractors. What made the 3000 special was its refined engineering. Ford had learned from early 1000 series issues and incorporated improvements throughout. The Selecto speed transmission, when ordered, provided on-the-go shifting that transformed productivity. The draft control hydraulics were silky smooth, and the power steering option made long days bearable. Farmers appreciated the 3000's versatility. It was light enough for orchard work, yet powerful enough for primary tillage. The compact design allowed operation in confined spaces, while the robust construction handled commercial use. Many rental fleets standardized on 3000S, knowing they could withstand amateur operators while remaining simple to service. The model's decade-long run produced countless variations, but all shared core virtues: reliability, efficiency, and capability. Today's 3000 owners often report these tractors as their go-to machines, relegating newer models to specialized tasks. When you need dependable power for daily chores, the 3000 still delivers after half a century. Number 2. Ford 4000. The Ford 4000 represented the first truly modern agricultural tractor in Ford's lineup, setting standards that would influence designs for generations. Initially offered with either gasoline or diesel engines producing around 50 horsepower, it evolved into a sophisticated 60 horsepower workhorse that could tackle virtually any farm task. Built at Highland Park through 1975, over 300,000 units found homes on farms worldwide. The early models closely resembled the old 801 series, painted in classic blue and gray. Later versions went all blue, establishing the color scheme that became Ford's signature. This wasn't just cosmetic, it marked Ford's confidence in standing apart from the red and green competition. Innovation defined the 4000 throughout its run. The Selecto speed transmission, despite early troubles, eventually provided 10 forward speeds without clutching. Power steering became standard on many models, recognizing that tractors were working longer hours with heavier implements. The independent PTO and improved hydraulics made the 4000 a true all-purpose machine. The three-cylinder models introduced in 1965 transformed the 4000's character. Weighing 2,215 kilograms, these were substantial tractors that could pull 3 bottom plows all day. The diesel versions particularly excelled, offering exceptional fuel economy without sacrificing power. Many operators reported cutting fuel costs by 40% compared to older 4-cylinder gas models. Today, the 4000 remains highly sought after. Its combination of classic styling, proven reliability, and genuine capability makes it equally at home in collections or working fields. Parts availability remains excellent, and the straightforward design means most repairs are within reach of handy owners. Number 1. Ford 5000. The Ford 5000 stood as the flagship of the 1000 series, delivering a muscular 69 horsepower that put it firmly in the big tractor category for its era. Built primarily at Ford's state-of-the-art Basildon facility in England, it became one of Europe's best-selling tractors while also conquering American fields where serious power was needed. This wasn't just a scaled-up 4000. The 5000 featured a purpose-built 233 cubic inch engine available in both gasoline and diesel versions. with both configurations setting new standards for power density and efficiency. In 1968, the 4 Series updates boosted output to 75 horsepower, giving the 5000 the muscle to handle 4 bottom plows and large round balers that were revolutionizing hay production. The 5000's design reflected changing farm dynamics. Operators were spending entire days in the seat, so Ford prioritized comfort with improved seating, better controls placement, and optional cabs that actually sealed out dust and weather. The heavy-duty rear axle and transmission were built for commercial use, recognizing that many 5000S would see service with custom operators and large farming operations. European farmers particularly embraced the 5000, making it a common sight from Irish fields to Italian vineyards. Its mid-size classification there, compared to America where it was considered large, meant it fit perfectly in traditional farming systems while providing modern capabilities. The model became synonymous with progressive farming on both continents. Production continued through various updates until 1975, with the basic design proving so sound that successor models changed little fundamentally. Today's 5000S often show astronomical hour meters, yet continue performing daily chores, testament to overbuilding that defined Ford's approach to agricultural equipment during this golden era. These 10 Ford tractors didn't just plow fields, they plowed the path to modern agriculture. From the 9N's revolutionary 3-point hitch to the 5000's diesel efficiency, each model pushed farming forward. They proved that innovation and reliability could go hand in hand, that good engineering lasts generations, and that sometimes the old ways really were better. Today, while GPS-guided behemoths rule the fields, these classic Fords remind us when farming was personal, when you knew your tractor's quirks like a trusted horse, and when American iron was built to outlast the farmers who bought it. They're not just machines, they're monuments to an era when a handshake sealed deals and pride came from honest work. So next time you see one of these beauties at a show or still earning its keep, take a moment to appreciate what it represents. And hey, if you're looking to reconnect with farming's golden age, parts are still available, the communities are welcoming, and these old tractors are waiting to teach new generations what real horsepower feels like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share your own Ford tractor stories in the comments below. Until next time, keep those old tractors running and that American farming spirit alive.